Hello, everyone, and thanks for tuning into this week's episode of Battlefield Sports Network. I'm Matt Venezia here on this beautiful Monday. It's opening day for our spring teams as our baseball team is getting underway their season here against the Colgan Sharks. We have a great week of sports coverage to show you, so we're going to get it started off with the girls soccer team.
The Battlefield girls soccer team opens up our third week of spring coverage. The girls took on the Colgan Sharks to start off their season on the road. The Bobcats were victorious 5-0 with goals scored by Brianna Robinson, Hannah Karras, freshman Isabel Kelly, and freshman Lily Lovell with 2. I spoke with Lily following her strong varsity debut about how she dealt with the nerves leading into her first varsity game.
At first I was really nervous because it was my first game on varsity playing with a bunch of older players that I didn't know as well. But as the game went on and after the 2 first goals were scored in the first half, I felt more confident.
With 3 of the girls' 5 goals scored against the Sharks coming from freshmen, the work of the youngsters is hard to go unnoticed. Isabel Kelly explained how the team was able to dominate their competition, despite this being just the third time they've played with each other on the same field.
In the first half, it was a close game, but at halftime, Coach Hilton brought us together and made some adjustments, and I really think we came together and kept scoring goals, and we just pulled away with it at the end.
The Bobcats defeated the Forest Park Bruins this past Thursday 5-1. The girls defended the home turf with another outstanding offensive performance, and Ashley Donahoe led the charge in net as the Bobcats defense showed out once again. The girls take on Riverbend High School on Tuesday. Up next, it's the Battlefield boys soccer team. The guys fell in their season opener 2-1 to the Colgan Sharks this past Monday at home. The lone goal was scored by Zach Salazar for Battlefield. I talked with Coach Bullock as he explained what he saw from a coach's perspective from the Bobcats on the pitch.
What we've seen over the past 7 days together, 4 total practices is one, an improvement over time. They hustled hard, they played tough, they played solid from minute 1 to minute 90, and really no letdown. So that the mental side of the game, we've got that. The fitness side of the game, we've got that. Now what we need to do is focus on the technical aspect of the game, which is what they're doing currently. In order to make those improvements and those little adjustments going into Forest Park, because really that's who we're preparing for these next 2 days.
Defenseman Colton Matthews explained what happened in the loss as the game went on, but more importantly, the effort the guys showed all night long.
First game of the season, I'm not too worried about it. Of course, I think this is our eighth day out here. We've had 2 games, so we haven't really had a lot of time to get to really know each other yet, and it's a really new squad with a new coaching staff, as we all know. Defensively, we played great. They just had 2 fluke goals. It's something that's going to happen with the chemistry, getting to know each other. Zach had a really great goal in the middle of the game, really got us back into it. One thing I'm really happy about this team is the grit. We were down 1-0 for a long time. They scored pretty early, but we really kept on fighting, and I'm sort of proud about the boys for that.
The Bobcats defeated the Forest Park Bruins on the road this past Thursday 1-0. Nick Como scored the only goal for Battlefield, and Michael Barbuti earned his first shutout on the year. The guys take on Patriot in their next game this Friday on the road. Now up, it's the Battlefield girls softball team. The Bobcats fell in their season opener 13-2 to the Colgan Sharks. Despite the loss, the girls are using this as a learning point, as pitcher Megan Webb explained what the Bobcats are taking away from the game.
It's the first time most of us has seen a live pitch since October, so it was good to get the experience out again. And we would like to work on just knowing where to go with the ball and communication.
The Bobcats have been hard at work at practice in preparation for their next game against the Forest Park Bruins. Kelsey Ryan explained what the team is implementing into their game to be better off against the Bruins.
We treated the game against Colgan as kind of a scrimmage because our other scrimmages had been rained out. So right now in practices, we're just working on the rough patches that we saw in the game because we weren't able to see them in the scrimmages before. And I think we should be ready to go for our next game.
The Bobcats were ready to go as they walked off the Bruins 7-6 at home. Megan Webb tied the game in the bottom of the 7th with an RBI single, and Keely Seelock scored the winning run for the Bobcats. With the help of Haley Stoneman and Caroline Joyce combined 2 RBIs on 3 of 5 hitting, the Bobcats picked up their first win of the season. The girls are next in action next Tuesday at Lake Braddock High School. Next up, it's the Battlefield boys lacrosse team. The Bobcats opened their season this past Tuesday against the Colgan Sharks. Austin Galler spoke with me before the game.
We've waited a long time for it, a couple weeks of practicing up to it. I know for the seniors, it's going to be a big game for them because it's their last home opener.
The Bobcats had no problem defeating the Sharks as they won 9-6. Juniors Ian Dinga and Logan Cleary carried the load for Battlefield as they combined for 6 goals and 5 assists. Battlefield goalie Matt Rayhauser picked up the W in net as he allowed just 6 goals, with 2 of them coming in the second half. I spoke with Ian Dinga after the game as he explained the win for the Bobcats.
We started off a little slow, beginning of the season jitters. Once we got it out, it was game on, and we were able to score a lot.
The Bobcats went on the road to Forest Park and came home with a win 19-7. With 9 different goal scorers helping Battlefield in an offensive explosion, this win carried the Bobcats to their second win of the season. The guys then went to South County to take on Woodson High School, but would fall 9-8. The guys are next in action this Friday on the road against Potomac Falls. Up next, it's the Battlefield girls lacrosse team. The girls defeated Colgan on the road in the season opener 12-10. Sophie Gonzalez explained the win and how the Bobcats got the job done.
We had a really good first game, 12-10, and I had 3 goals. Kate had 3 goals. We all worked really well together and spreading out and picking apart the defense, and we just all moved it around a lot.
In what was a close game the whole way, the Bobcats needed a second-half comeback to secure the victory. Defenseman Elizabeth Dudas explained what changed in the team's game to come back and ultimately get the season-opening win.
During halftime, we really talked about what was missing and what we needed to add to our defense, and that was we needed to talk a lot more than we were, and we needed to make sure our second slides were there. So when we crashed, there wasn't an open person right in front of goal, and we really sat there and did that, and it shut down the defense side, and we were able to clear it up to offense, and they really took it away and got the lead.
The Bobcats next took on Woodbridge at home and destroyed the Vikings 21-2. Kate Himes, Tori Whitmer, and Peyton Linden were just some of the many goal scorers that found the back of the net in the dominant win. The girls next face Broad Run at home Wednesday. Last but certainly not the least, we bring you the Battlefield baseball team. The Bobcats kicked off their season against the Colgan Sharks this past Monday at home. Catcher Peter Benavides described how the team is feeling headed into this game before opening pitch.
We've worked so hard this past fall, this winter. The most important thing today is just working together, gelling. We've had a scrimmage under our belt, so we kicked the rust off. We're going to look good today.
The guys look good all right as the Bobcats secured the win 5-4. Zach Agnos got the opening day nod and pitched 4 1/3 innings with 6 strikeouts for Battlefield. JT McGuire pitched an inning with closer Colby Vollmer getting the 2-inning save. Agnos drove in 3 on the night and 2 with his 2-run double. I talked to Colby Vollmer after the game.
I'm here with Battlefield relief pitcher Colby Vollmer. Colby, in your first relief appearance of your varsity career, not easy, but you got a 2-inning save to preserve the win 5-4 over Colgan on opening night. How are your nerves out there as you were able to get a big win for the Bobcats?
Oh, my nerves were out there, don't get me wrong, but I had confidence in my infield. I had confidence in my team. I knew we were going to battle back from a tough situation we were in, but we kept the lead the whole game. But first varsity start was pretty nervous, yeah, I'll say that.
You were able to get the job done, 3 strikeouts. How big were those outs? And then you got a big ground ball from Zach Agnos over a short to seal the deal.
Those strikeouts in the last inning, caught the second out of the inning was a strikeout. That really bumped because I was one of their biggest hitters. But again, I knew Zach would make the play. I have a lot of confidence in my whole team and Zach, but I definitely think we're going all the way this year.
The Bobcats next took on the Forest Park Bruins and won 6-1. Junior Cole Sneed pitched 4 innings of 2-hit, 6-strikeout baseball as he led the Cats to the win. On offense, center fielder Craig Miles went 4 for 4 with a triple, a double, and 2 singles with 3 RBIs. My interview with Cole Sneed after the game closes out this week's spring action video. From Battlefield Sports Network, I'm Matt Venezia, signing off.
I'm here with Battlefield pitcher Cole Sneed. Cole, your first varsity appearance tonight. You get the start, and you got a few comebackers, but after those first few outs, how easy was it for you to just ease in and have a great start tonight for the Bobcats?
It was actually pretty easy considering my defense behind me. They've got my back every step of the way, so I know I can just lock in, throw my pitches, and I know no matter where the ball goes that they'll have my back.
And for most part of that game, you controlled it all. You had 6 strikeouts tonight in 4 innings of work. Your defense made the plays what they had to, but you controlled most of the game tonight. How were you able to make it happen in your first varsity game of your high school career?
Coach gave me an amazing scouting report. We got a list of all the guys, told me what to throw them, when to throw them, and all that kind of stuff. So I can just blame my success on the coach. Like, he did a great job, and I was just able to follow his plan. So
Cole Snead able to lead the Bobcats with the win on the hill, 6-1 to the Forest Park Bruins.